Alrighty, so here we've got, this is my 1988 Mark 1.5 MR2. It's called the Mark 1.5 because it's a Mark 1 body with the Mark 2 motor in it. This one is a Gen 4 3S GTE with an S54 transmission, which to most people sounds like gibberish, but if you're an MR2 guy, you know what I'm talking about.
So, you want to go ahead and pop the hood and show us the engine?
Oh yeah, definitely. So, you can see we also run an electric front drive.
Where is it?
Mid-engine. The engine is in the right spot, so we'll go back here and take a look at it.
Oh, okay.
You can see it's really shoehorned in there.
Wow, I bet this is fun to work on.
Oh yeah, it's very fun to work on. The car was built by ATS Racing out in Texas. They're the best MR2 guys in the country. Aaron's taking care of me really well. It's his old personal car. It's a phenomenal piece of work. So I absolutely love driving this thing. I put, since I bought the car, what's it at right now? Like 25,000 miles on the car.
Wow, with that clutch too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
But the advantage of the MR2 is the first second gen, you got a frunk and you have also a rear trunk.
Yeah.
Car's running R888s.
That's a really small car. Go stand up next to that just so we can see for scale of the size of this car. I mean, it's
really, really small.
Yeah, just big enough for two people.
Yeah,
that's
but it's funny because when you sit inside of it, you'll see how much room there is inside. Especially the direct comparison to this car is an NA Miata, and in comparison, the NA feels really tiny and cramped inside. Because I know, because I've owned both of them.
All right. So. Well, let's take her for a spin.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it starts like a little hot rod.
That's kind of unique. You hear the sounds coming from back there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a big difference.
There's no exhaust running here. You know, the fuel tank is actually what's in between us right now.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an interesting design choice.
Yeah.
But it's a Toyota, so I know it's safe, and it keeps the car at a perfect weight balance through a corner. The fuel doesn't slosh to one side.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Which is really, really nice. Just need some gas, Joe. So, there we go. That's my last time driving this one. Actually, I lied. I drove it last night to move it into the shop, but
now
actually
get kind of squirrely too, because it's, well, I guess the traction is probably really good.
Traction's all right. The problem is the S54 is an open diff transmission.
Oh, okay.
So I have, I'll let you take a quick video of it when we get back. I've got the new transmission literally sitting in the shop for this one. I just have to buy the diff, the clutch, the flywheel, and the axles, and redo motor mount, and redo the transmission mount. But other than that, you know, it's basic bolt-on.
Wow, this is really cool.
But this one's eventually going to get that new transmission, a new turbo, possibly rods and pistons from a Gen 3, just stock Gen 3 rods and pistons.
Oh shit.
Because the rods are the weak point, the point of failure on this motor. And it's going to be 350 to 400 in this little car.
That's a lot
of
power.
Yep.
Oh my god, dude, that thing fucking moves.
You can see why this is my favorite car that I own.
That was totally, I did not expect that. Not at all. That was impressive.
This car is very unexpected because from the outside, it looks stock besides the exhaust, the 4-inch tip. And this thing is incredibly fast.
We got to do that again.
Yeah.
I want to show people how fast this thing moves. I'm going to put you on the speedometer when we do it next time, and you can actually see how much oomph there is to it. It's
unfortunately not able to launch really well with that open diff transmission, but doing pulls is just
alright, so we'll get you a nice fresh one here. Let's see if I can hold the camera and do this right. Stay out of your way at the same time. That never gets old. Wow. Oh, I see why people like these.
And that's why I like the, I mean, this thing doesn't weigh anything. It's a tiny little car. Nobody expects it.
Yeah.
And with the power, I mean, this is a stock Gen 3. We dynoed it making like 230.
Oh my god, and you're going for 400s, you said?
Yeah, around that.
You're gonna need some stickies on the back.
It already has it. It's got R888s.
Oh, nice.
So this thing holds through corners. I took it on the Hot Rod Power Tour last year. Took the R33 on the Power Tour this year. I took it on the Power Tour last year, and the first day they had autocross event. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go do the autocross. Lined up with, you hear it pop.
Yeah, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh.
And everyone's kind of looking at this tiny little Japanese car, and then I go out and set one of the best times of the day.
Oh.
And then everyone kept coming up to me asking, oh, that thing's not stock, is it? That thing's not stock. Like, if I could drive this thing to, you know, as fast as, you know, the fastest car around there, which the fastest car of the day ended up being a fully stripped, prepped second gen Camaro race car, complete race car, was one of the few things that beat me. There's a supercharged V18 Integra that beat me, but not much else could hold a candle to this thing. So.